Hey, you guys. So I'm back again with another message um, of encouragement. But y'all, sometimes we have to trade in the chaos, trade in the drama for a season of isolation that may feel like loneliness in order to receive peace. And I was just thinking about this a few days ago because God was just having me reflecting on how far He brought me from and where He's taken me to, and how whenever I was around a whole lot of people, whenever I was around a whole lot of toxic people that were full of drama or always wanting to keep something started, I never had peace. I was depressed. I struggled with anxiety real bad. It was just like my nerves was constantly up. I was constantly in a spirit of worrying or worration. I didn't have any peace. And it wasn't until God had to separate myself from people that were being leeches and that were draining my energy and that were bringing their problems to me so I can carry their problems because they didn't want to bear their own cross. It wasn't until God started really doing a separation for me, to where I might felt like I was in a season of loneliness or felt like I was being alone as far as people, because with God we're never alone. God will always have angels accompanying us. He gives us the Holy Spirit, so we're never truly alone. But whenever I was like, okay, God, and I surrendered, and I was like, I remember I told God when I was 33 years old, I said, God, this season is just me and you. And when I said that, God, this season was just me and you, I told God that because I really wanted it to be Him calling me to be the person that He has called me to be. So I wanted Him to do the work in me and through me. But little did I know that I really was truly going to have to go through an isolation season, to where, yeah, at times it might feel like you are alone as far as no other human beings. I should say, but I had to trade in the toxicity and the worration and constantly being stressed and the drama and people just taking me through emotional roller coasters, to be in that place of isolation, that place of being alone or separated from other people so I can experience peace. God will give us peace that surpasses all understanding. And whenever I begin to embrace that, that's when the peace began to set in. And that's when God really began to deal with me and show me and teach me who I was in Him, my gifts, um, you know, unlearn toxic behaviors that people were causing me to learn and making it seem like those behaviors were okay. But by me really just saying, okay, God, just me and you, I ended up getting peace. I ended up finding joy. My faith ended up being increased like never before. And so sometimes you guys, we have to learn how to just surrender and be like, okay, God, because a lot of people don't like um, going through the isolation period because of the fear of being alone. They feel like they always constantly have to be around someone. But when you are in that state, that's a people pleasing state. And when you're also in that state, it delays you from where God really wants to usher into your life. We have to go through a process to be delivered for some things, people and places and things that no longer serve us, in order to get to the next. We have to be separated. In order for Abraham to become the father of many nations, he had to come from among them. He had to be separated. And so we have to go through this process of being separated, of being stripped of things that were not supposed to be in our lives to begin with, to unlearn toxic behaviors that was not supposed to be in our lives to begin with. And so sometimes, you guys, we really have to trade in the chaos, the drama, the toxic stuff, the constant bickering back and forth, the gossiping, and being around negative people, to be in a place of isolation or loneliness from people, from humans, in order to receive peace. And that thing just sat with me, because God was like dealing with me. He was like, you see how now that, you might be separated from certain people, but you see how you have peace? You see how now that you might not have everything that you want, but you have everything that you need, and you have joy within that? You see now how much you have confidence within me as well as in yourself? You didn't have those type of things when you were around these people. The people that was trying to constantly bring you down, the people that was trying to constantly manipulate you, the people that was constantly trying to get you to carry their baggage, to carry their problems when they didn't want to do the work. And it's not your job to bear everybody's cross. So when you seen where you let that go and you follow me and you said, okay, God, just me and you, and I took you to a place of just me and you, do you not see how much you have peace now? So whoever this message is for, I am telling you that sometimes you need to trade in the toxicity, the worration, the stress from being around other people that you're not supposed to be around, for what might appear to be loneliness, for you to receive peace. You're just going to go through a process of God just isolating you and dealing with you and scripting you and teaching you and loving on you and rebuilding you and strengthening you and showing you who you are, so you can fully walk into your purpose and be who He calls you to be. And that's completely okay. And when you learn to get into that place and learn to accept that place, that's when the peace will come. Okay. So I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.